2 hours ago, every phone in my city got the same emergency alert. My neighbor looked outside anyway. He hasn't moved since. At exactly 11:43 p.m., every device in my apartment went off at the same time. My phone, my TV. Even my old radio alarm clock somehow started blasting static. That emergency alert sound filled the entire apartment building. You know the one. That horrible metallic noise that instantly makes your stomach drop. I heard people reacting through the walls immediately. Doors opening, someone yelling downstairs, and the baby crying somewhere above me. Then my television turned on by itself. Black screen, static crackling softly. Then white text appeared. This is not a test. I honestly thought it was fake at first. It's some kind of hack or viral marketing stunt. Then the second line appeared. Do not look outside. That was it. No explanation, no weather warning. No mention of an attack, just those 4 words, do not look outside. I actually laughed for a second. I remember grabbing my phone and texting my younger brother. If this is another internet challenge thing, I swear to God. No response. I checked Instagram. Nothing loaded. TikTok wouldn't refresh. Twitter was dead. Every app either froze or crashed immediately. Then another alert appeared. Remain inside. Avoid all windows. Do not respond to unfamiliar voices. That was the moment the apartment building got quiet. Not normal quiet, and the kind of silence where your brain starts searching for noise. No traffic outside, no distant sirens, no music, and nothing. And if you've ever lived in a city, you know that kind of silence feels wrong, especially in the middle of the night. Then every dog in the neighborhood started barking at the exact same time. Dozens of them, maybe hundreds. Panicked, aggressive, like they all saw the same thing at once. I walked toward my living room window before I even realized I was doing it. Curiosity is stronger than fear at first. That's the problem. I barely opened the blinds, just enough to look down at the street, and nothing. No cars moving and no pedestrians, no lights. Every street lamp outside was still on, but the road was completely empty and it looked abandoned, like somebody paused the world. But across from my building, I could see silhouettes standing behind apartment windows, people watching from inside. Everybody else was looking too. Then my phone buzzed again. Another alert, longer this time. Do not make visual contact with individuals outside. Do not attempt communication. Remain calm. Remain calm. That phrase made me more nervous than anything else. Because people only say remain calm when they know you're about to panic. That's when the screaming started. Somewhere down the block, a woman screaming for help. Then another voice. A man yelling somebody's name. Then another, different voices, different directions, but something felt wrong immediately. The sound was too clear. Like the voices weren't echoing naturally, and they sounded close. Too close. Like someone was standing right outside my apartment door pretending to sound far away. Then I heard my own name. Daniel. I froze instantly. It was my mother's voice. Soft, gentle, exactly the way she used to sound when I was sick as a kid. The problem is, my mother died 3 years ago. The voice came again. Daniel, open the door. I backed away so fast I hit the kitchen counter behind me. I remember staring at the door, trying to convince myself it was some kind of recording, somebody playing audio through the hallway. But then she said something only my mother ever used to say to me. A sentence nobody else should know. My entire body went cold. Across the hallway, somebody else opened their apartment door. Apartment 14C. An older man named Walter lived there alone. His door opened maybe an inch before immediately slamming shut again. Then something sprinted past my peephole. Fast, not human fast, a blur. Walter started screaming from inside his apartment. Not words, just screaming. Then came loud crashing sounds. Furniture tipping over, glass breaking. Then silence again. Complete silence. the kind that makes your ears ring. A few seconds later, another emergency alert appeared. This one looked corrupted, letters flickering and parts of words missing. But one sentence remained perfectly clear. They imitate trust. I read it over and over, trying to understand what it meant. Then my TV screen changed again. The static disappeared. Now it showed a live camera feed of my own street. Except the angle was impossible, like the camera was floating high above the buildings. And standing in the middle of the road was a person, motionless, facing directly toward my apartment. I couldn't see the face clearly, but something about the posture felt wrong. Too still, no shifting weight, no natural movement. Then another person stepped into frame, then another, emerging slowly from sidewalks, alleyways between parked cars, all silent, all facing the apartment building, every single one staring upward, at the windows and at us. I counted at least 20 before I stopped looking. Then every person outside smiled at the exact same time. Not normal smiling, and it looked rehearsed, artificial, like something trying to imitate human happiness after only hearing it described. Their mouths stretched too wide, too evenly, and none of them blinked. My phone vibrated violently in my hand. New alert. Do not allow them inside. At that exact moment, somebody knocked on my apartment door. 3 slow knocks, polite, almost gentle. Then silence. 3 more knocks. I couldn't breathe. Then my mother's voice returned. Daniel, please let me in. I started shaking immediately because it sounded perfect. Not close, perfect. Every little detail, and even the slight crack in her voice when she got emotional. Then she whispered, "You left the hallway light on again." Something she used to tell me almost every night growing up. I made the mistake of looking through the peephole. There was a woman standing outside my apartment. She looked almost exactly like my mother. Almost, but her eyes weren't focusing correctly. One eye stared directly at the door. The other seemed slightly turned toward the ceiling. And her smile. Jesus Christ, there were too many teeth. Not sharp teeth, human teeth. Just too many of them packed into a smile that stretched unnaturally wide. Then she tilted her head slowly, too smoothly, like movement underwater, and whispered, "You already looked outside." The hallway lights shut off immediately. Darkness swallowed everything. But I could still hear breathing outside the door. More than one person, slow, wet, uneven breathing right against the wood. Then came whispering. Dozens of overlapping whispers, all speaking too quietly to fully understand, except for one sentence repeating over and over. "Open the door." My TV suddenly blasted static so loud I almost dropped my phone. The emergency broadcast returned, but now the voice sounded distorted, like whoever was speaking was terrified. "If you have made visual contact." The audio cut out violently, then came back louder. "Do not let them inside." Something slammed against my front door hard enough to shake the walls. Then another impact, then another. The breathing outside became frantic, excited. I shoved my couch against the entrance while they kept hitting the door from the hallway, not speaking anymore, just making these horrible choking noises like they were practicing how to sound human. Then suddenly, everything stopped. No breathing, no whispers, no knocking, nothing. I stood there in silence for what felt like forever. Then I heard somebody crying outside in the street. I looked through the blinds again for maybe half a second. Big mistake. The entire street was full now, hundreds of people, standing perfectly still beneath the streetlights, all staring directly at my apartment window. And in the center of the road was Walter from 14C, barefoot, blood running down one side of his face, smiling exactly like the others. Then every person outside slowly raised one arm at the exact same time and pointed directly at me. Not my building, my window. My phone vibrated one final time, the last emergency alert of the night. Do not allow them to know you can see them. Then another line appeared underneath, a line that definitely wasn't there before. They see you now. At that exact moment, the knocking returned, but this time, it came from inside my apartment behind me.